this quick demonstration of how to use the Integrated Ecosystem Uploader application to update datasets that you might have already contributed to the ecodata package and would be listed on this main page. And now you just need to update, let's say, the most recent year's worth of data in a similar format as the previous year. So to use the uploader application, you need an email associated with that dataset that uses Google to sign in. So NOAA.gov email uses Google. I'm going to use my Gmail address to log in. And then once we're authenticated, it's a 1, 2, 3 stepwise process. And we next select the dataset associated with my email address that we're going to then update. And then we upload the files that have the new data in it. So in this case, you can check out the original file on GitHub. If I click on this link, and you can see what it looks like. And you should have these same headers with the exact same spelling. And I'll show you what it looks like when we don't. But first, I'll show you a successful walkthrough. And we see the first few rows of data in this data file. And then these are the R scripts used to load the data set and then to plot it for confirmation that everything worked as expected. So I'm going to browse to the data set and open up a new data. And now it's going to run these R scripts in the ecodata R package and produce a plot of what that figure would then look like. And we see that, and then the table, once it's ingested, what that looks like. And we see there are these two new rows of data for the year 2050, which really stands out relative to the existing data that only went to 2019. And then we can just submit some sort of comment for integration with the ecodata package. And then we click submit. And now this is now submitted, and there's a couple stages of review for that. We can go ahead and click on the link to take a look at what this looks like, and we can actually see line by line changes in the original data set that got submitted here, and you're done. So let's just go back and look and see what happens if, let's say, the headers are not in the name that we expected. So in this case, we use the 2-letter YR instead of the 4-letter year spelling. And so we get a little feedback that says we're missing this column. We were expecting the 4-letter year as a numeric field, and then we're getting a prompt like, hey, do you want to rename it to this 2-letter? You want to rename this extra column that we didn't know what to do with. So just rename it and upload again, and then you can get back to the screen that we were at. Also, let's take a look at a slightly more complicated data set where there's, in this case, a few more extra files that are associated with it. And we could do a couple things, and I'll show you. This data could be organized as comma-separated value files, in which case they each have their own expectation, and we can click and look at those expectations. We can browse, go to these data sets, and select the 4 files and upload those 4 files as expected. As CSVs. And in this case, we're actually uploading data for different regions that have different figures, and those different regional figures also show up as different tabs here. But the full data set can be listed here, and we see this, the region in the tab here in this EPU. So that's for more than one file. We can also go back here, and we might have the data organized in an Excel spreadsheet. in the case of an Excel spreadsheet, that means that the data looks, instead of having the .csv, I'll open up the spreadsheet view of this, where each of those individual files would be organized as a tab without the .csv extension on the bottom. And then we can go ahead and just upload that. And if there's any mismatches in the header names or the expected file names or tab names, if you're using an Excel spreadsheet, then you also get a similar error message like I showed below. But here we can see if we upload it as an Excel spreadsheet, which could be an XLS or an XLSX, then you would get the same values. So yeah, I guess I'll wait for it to show up. And there we get the same stuff as previous. So that's it for the data uploader. If you have any other questions or concerns, please go ahead and email me, ben@ecoquants.com, or Kimberly Bastille at NOAA.gov. Happy data upload.